Welcome, Zelda 1 Randomizer. Tonight we have Rookie Rumble 2024 Top 16 round with latebit versus Califax. I am Proknoviec, and joining me in the booth tonight is Tracy. How you doing, Tracy?
Doing great. Looking forward to this matchup, round of 16. So starting to get some good matchups. Latebit having won game one. Don't know much about what happened there, so we're all both kind of coming in fresh on this series. Latebit also participated in last year's Rookie Rumble. Those of you who follow Link to the Past will know him from there.
That's right. I think that this will be a really exciting matchup. Whoever wins this series will go against Ratboy, and we're starting off along the coast.
Yeah,
Are you seeing a little bit of divergence?
I would be hitting the Armos immediately from this start point.
Absolutely. Large secret is 127. Very generous.
Already got money. Already gonna lose money. Well, at least Califax is latebit having gone to a different location. Of course, we start with the wood sword, and we start with the 8 bombs. Latebit's gonna grab a candle from a take any. It's a little bit. Normally, that's like the normal thing to do, but there is a free blue candle out there that the runners could choose to try and find. Latebit says, nope, I want a candle now.
That's right. Never a bad choice to pick up the very first candle that you find. And I didn't catch to see what that door repair was.
I never catch
21?
Those.
Yep, 21 on door repair.
And unfortunately, our Armos item is going to be on the other end of the world, but maybe we'll get there. Maybe we'll get to those areas with these any roads. Oh, that's a good one. We can get this cave right here. Califax, this is one of those places where the wood sword could be, but no, it's level 9. Hey, well, we'll be back. We'll be back here later.
It's always good to find that early on, because then you don't have to worry about hunting it down later.
Yeah, Califax didn't need to bomb that, because we had this, but he killed a Darknet and got bombs back, because it was his first kill. And the bomb dropping group has a global at 1. And so, if we didn't start with the bombs, that's what we'd be doing. We'd be trying to kill that first bomb dropper. West Death Mountain any road. These are really good any roads.
They are really good any roads.
And, with all these bombs, I think I just go ahead and clear this out right now if I'm Califax. Maybe hoping to get a bomb there, but the clock means that you're at 3, so you're not going to get a global drop until 6. So that was never going to drop a bomb.
No, I failed out of the 3rd grade. I never learned how to count, apparently. So I'm just going to have to trust you. 1 for this small secret. That is very sad.
Not great. Not useful. But if the mid secret's okay, then that we won't even notice the 1, with the large secret being as large as it is.
And do we have an Armos? Nope, not yet. It's going to be Death Armos.
Death Armos, yep. We'll see if Califax is a screen scroller. This would be a perfect opportunity to head over there to get that location. It is, we call it Death Armos for a reason, though, so he's going to have to be careful. Oh, expensive hints. There's our recorder for latebit. Getting all the East Death Mountain spots.
Yep, so recorders and East Death Mountain. That, we'll see how soon they come back. But with the any roads right there, that's not too far.
Yeah, these any roads are good enough that you can come back whenever, and it's fine. There's Death Armos, just some Octoroks, just don't get hit. Until after you've got the item. And we want that. It's sneaky. That is the any key, you do want that. Absolutely want that. The any key is, it's a funny item, it's not a required item. But it'll speed you up in a way that is kind of overlooked, because when you're going into dungeons, there's a lot of rooms that you're going to want to clear just for a key. And once you have any key, you just don't have to clear rooms outside, except for looking for a Triforce, looking for, if it's 1 or 2, looking for the item. Since we don't have Heart Shuffle on, it just takes all that away.
Exactly, it's going to be item, Triforce, and go.
Now, Califax isn't rushing back to the any key. I don't know that he needs to rush back to the any key, but you do want to get it before you go into a dungeon and really dig a dungeon deep. It just it speeds you up so much. Califax also going to grab the Take Any Candle.
Yep. And we saw the blue ring at 250 rupees, and I believe the arrows were either a high 70s, low 80s.
Not too bad. Arrows normally, well, at vanilla would be 80 rupees, so, anytime you can be kind of around that price, not too bad. Blue ring at 250. The blue ring is going to roll 250 a lot because anytime, it's plus or minus 20, but anytime it rolls higher than 255, it'll revert back to 250 because wouldn't be able to buy it if it was more than 255.
Well, and I think that's just one of those very nice things that Fred did for us. He took a little bit of pity on us. While we're at it, I want to give a huge shout out to Fred Coughlin, the creator of the Z1R Randomizer. Thanks to him for his hard work.
Alright, latebit finds a dungeon level 2. Unfortunately, he hasn't even seen the any key. Doesn't know that has a free option to open that door. Now, I did not see what screen this was on, so he might be able to pirouette that.
Unfortunately, I didn't see either. We do know that the waterfall unfortunately has nothing for us.
It's a segment at level 2.
You gotta love a segmented 2, especially one with Lionels. You know that's going to be a lot of fun. And by fun, of course, I mean headache. Yeah, fun for the viewers.
latebit doing a good job of staying on those half tiles, though.
Oh yeah, latebit is a pro.
Okay, that is not what I was expecting the map. I was expecting the part we were in to be the small segment.
And it looks like a meditating yogi with a dove flying towards him.
Okay. I don't know what it looks like, but I'll take your word for it. 35 for our mid-secret. That is good enough to counteract anything from the 1 on the small.
Absolutely. That means that our total free money for this seed is 630 rupees. After door repairs, that's 441.
Dang, I thought you said you didn't do math. Okay, you said counting, not math.
Exactly. There's a difference, Tracy.
There is a difference, but that is a lot of math that I just don't bother with.
Me neither. I wrote an app for that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm that lazy.
I don't know, writing an app isn't lazy.
And latebit is trying to kill these bunnies. Gotta definitely give credit for that.
Yeah, I mean, that room could have dropped something else, obviously, because they did drop the key, but I'd probably just up A out of that room. Especially if I had the any key that we know is waiting for him. This is where I said it again. I said it before on stream, I'll say it again. Prioritizing that Armos item. When someone like, I've done races with Fury SK, and amongst other very good players, and Fury's one of the best. Won a tournament, and it came in second last year in the SGL tournament. So when Fury says to me, I prioritize the Armos, I listen. And you can, like right now, latebit, we're still in a situation where we're looking for both the item and the Triforce, but you don't want to be clearing a room like that for a key. Oh hey, now we're ladder blocked. So this might be all I can get to.
Which would have been better, ladder right now or bait? I'll take the ladder block.
Oh, ladder block. Well, I mean, it means you're going to get a ladder. It means you have to get the ladder. It's going to check. He's going to go to the segment. There's 3 rooms in the segment, 3 rooms through the key door. I probably would have taken the key door. I don't know.
Okay, so 2 is in its vanilla location.
Now, Califax... Okay, wow. Califax is in an interesting situation. He knows where the any key is. So he can kind of be a little more fast and loose with his keys, knowing he's going to get all the keys. But we'll see how far he goes. Hey, there's the Triforce. in a room that you might want to. There's the compass.
Thanks, game.
But I'd rather spend a key than do this combat, honestly.
Oh, absolutely. Especially we're 10 minutes in. This is the first real dungeon that we found. I would start feeling a little bit behind.
Nah, I mean, I guess. Part of it is, I'm not used to the wood swords, the sword start and all the bomb starts. So in a lot of seeds, you're still looking for your sword at this point.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, I guess I should have put the asterisk on Rookie Rumble flags.
Yeah, yep.
And I think we're going to see latebit go ahead and pick up that Triforce.
Yeah, there's no reason not to pick it up, but I do hope he goes back in and opens the door and sees what the items are, because there's a heart there, too. Like, there's 3 rooms. One's going to be the heart. Actually, no, it doesn't have to be, though, because we have the ladder block, so we don't know. This could be nothing.
Right, and he
But
actually
I
already
still check
picked
it.
up the heart out of 2.
Oh, did he? Okay. Yeah, he's got 4 hearts. Okay, I didn't even see it. Ah,
Oh, and red
there we
ring.
go.
There we go. That's
worth
exactly
the key.
what we wanted.
Now, Califax, knowing where the any key is, I can't imagine he doesn't eventually spend that key. It's a little
Looks like he's trying
unfortunate
to
for
get a bomb
Califax.
drop.
It's a little unfortunate for Califax that he didn't keep, get that key, any key, because then you just go in there, he'd get the red ring, and then this level just becomes infinitely easier.
Yeah, instead Califax is bailing out of 2. I wonder if he's going to feel like that's going to haunt him a little bit once he realizes red ring is in there.
Alright, there's our magic sword, which we will be able to pick up on 10 hearts.
So latebit could also go back up to Death Mountain, because I believe he was the one that saw the tutor.
Yeah, that sounds right. I don't think latebit got through all the any roads. So yeah, definitely an exploration advantage from Califax. We're going to see the coast item in just a second. It is the heart. I always feel bad in a not heart shuffle when one of my overworld items is the heart container. Like, those are supposed to be your kind of sort of free items, or granted, depending on where ladder is.
Well, and that could just be the free heart container that both of our runners need to grab mags. So let's not discount it completely.
No, I mean, if you're at 9 hearts, Magic Sword was only a few screens away. You go pick that. If you have your ladder, you can go pick that up and go get your Magic Sword, absolutely.
Speaking of a few screens away, level 4 along the bottom coast.
Now, latebit still with only 1 key, also segmented.
Moblin enemy set, not too terrible.
Now, so far. Just because we're seeing Moblins now doesn't mean there isn't something else nasty to go with them. And Califax also finding level 4.
They're just following each other tonight. That's okay.
And the other side of the segment, we have... Okay, Giblins, Gibdos, and likes and Moblins. This isn't so bad. This is kind of gonna be trickier for Califax without that red ring. Likes and Gibdos hit pretty hard. Likes will do 1 hard damage to him. Gibdos will do 2. Latebit having that red ring will take a quarter of that damage. There's the map, and this time the segment is the larger portion of the dungeon.
Hey Tracy, what do you think our map looks like?
Oh, I'm terrible at name that ink blot. No
What?
push block here. What do you think?
Continuing the bird theme from our level 2 Yogi, this is a seagull catching a fish.
Okay. Alright. Latebit is going to grab that key. He's going to go down. I like the idea. I like the play of going to the right better. There's just more rooms off of that room than from here. But if he can bomb to the right, that wouldn't be so bad. And that pointless moat room is one of those 145 rooms. Doesn't drop anywhere else. So, if the thing I always say about drop rooms in first quest, it's a little second quest throws everything out the window and it's different. And the ladder block. But in first quest, All your drop rooms versus your not drop rooms. 1, 4, 5 are either the ones where they do drop or they don't. They don't always drop in all 3 or not drop in all 3, but those are the ones to pay attention to. Okay, we're gonna go up here. Use a key here. And unless the room to the right here is our ladder, we're going to be done in this dungeon. Now this, it's going to shutter us in, so no, this won't be the ladder.
Right, we've actually seen Califax already clear this room, and it was absolutely nothing.
Yep. Alright, so latebit's going to have to leave.
And my favorite boss in the game.
Well, the easiest. It's not always the fastest, though, depending on how quickly you can do it. And latebit's going to go ahead and buy some hints. I'm not a fan. Yeah, I'm not a fan of doing this without the safe scum. Okay, raft will not be required for anything. So a couple of good hints. We know we don't have to dig 7. And the hint that I think needs to go away because we can always peek that location. We don't need a hint for it.
But it is nice for our runners to know that they do not have to dig level 6. They can just get the Triforce and get out of there.
Was it Guri or was it Goma?
I thought it was Goma.
Okay, if it's Goma, then it's 6. I heard you say something. I didn't actually read it, so I heard you wrong.
I could have easily said it wrong. I'm just that kind of guy.
I'll assume it was my mistake. Okay, we got the small secret for latebit. It is a little sad, even though it's not going to overall matter that much. See? We're finding another dungeon and 1 key into level 8 now. Level 8 will sometimes give you a bunch of keys. They might come out with a bunch of them. Califax also going to go ahead and buy these hints. Not going to be able to get his money back. Which would have given us another chance to see which G-Wars that was. But like I said, I'll trust it was Goma.
Yeah, I did watch as he got the first hint. It was Goma.
Okay, cool. But doing a nice clip into the item room. It is the raft. We got the sail not hint. Does not choose to grab it. Just because the raft is not required. There are some things that could be there that would be nice. Our large secret could be there. There's one more of those. The
Take any?
Take any could be there. Would be nice to be able to grab an extra one of those. And the letter could be there. We've already found Magic Sword, and we've already found the recorder. So actually, the recorder would not get a sail knot, I don't think. If it was there.
That is correct. If the recorder was there, that would still be a sail knot. That only pertains to dungeons.
It does actually. Yeah, no, that's not right. Sail knot. Yeah, white sword. You wouldn't get a sail knot with a white sword item behind it.
Oh, interesting. Okay, great to know.
I mean, with the recorder in particular, because it could be an important item, etc., etc. So.
Okay.
If the recorder's not required, maybe you could get the sail knot. I'm not 100% sure, but with
just another thing we have to ask Fred.
Yeah. Alright, and of course this is a Wizrobe dungeon. We'll see if latebit decides to stay here. I think I would leave. I mean, I've got a lot of overworld to explore. This is a really big dungeon. And I've got Wizrobes in it. And I have a magic sword sitting there waiting for me when I get to 10 hearts to make the Wizrobes. Not free, but, well, close to. And just make it that much better. So there's no way I'm giving this 8.
I agree. One curious thing I did see, as latebit was cycling through his items, he did pick up bait at one point.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Better than losing it. Yeah, and better than to buy it than lose it to door repair.
Exactly.
Califax doing some interesting routing is going to get to the dead woods from the other side and could finish this route off by going back for that any key. You know, he has the chance of having a much faster 8 when he gets there because depending on where the Triforce is, you know, with that any key, you're just flying through only looking for stairs once you find a Triforce if you're looking for an item. Level
We
1.
see level 1 in the Dead Woods.
Yeah, I'm going, it's level 1. I'm going and grabbing that key. There's no
yeah.
way I'm trying to do level 1 with an any key available without it. Level 1 is very stingy on keys. Okay, only a +2.
Especially when you have no keys at all to begin with.
Yeah, yep. Might be able to get something nice in this room. This could be a push block.
Yeah. And so that was the bomb upgrade. 100 rupees for a +2.
Yeah, a bit of a ripoff, because, vanilla is 100 for 4. It's always nice to have a couple extra bombs, though, so it's not as bad as it could be. Califax doesn't know that he won't have to buy a red ring. White sword is nice, yeah. This is a good pickup. It'll still be a good pickup if you come back with the any key, though, so, he'll get around a little bit better with that white sword. And I imagine once he gets the any key, comes back here, and then can go back to 2, and he'll be able to finish off 2.
Mentioning to Moonrise and Phoenix the other night that when you get a secret as low as 1 or 2 rupees, it's more of an insult than anything because it takes time to go.
Yeah, that's the real problem there. Can't buy arrows. Might not need to buy arrows, but right now we can't buy them. And yeah, he's gonna be a little more careful, but he's fine. He's got the white sword. Gonna kill these guys in one shot. Grab the any key. Late bit, meanwhile, doesn't want to go to the Armos, is heading up towards Death Mountain. I'm a little confused why you would head up to Death Mountain this direction when you have the any rose. It'll take you right there. But, oh, he's gonna get the recorder. Okay. The any road would have taken him only a few screens away, but maybe he was already kind of in the vicinity, so I guess it's pretty close. Get that recorder. Yeah. He can record it back to 2 right now. That's the one Triforce we have. And with 10 bombs, he might do more Death Mountain stuff. And Califax says, key door? I don't care about no stinking key doors anymore.
It's a very nice time to be where you can just not worry about it. You don't have to worry about clearing every single room. Like these bunnies, I'd probably come back. It's close enough to the beginning. Don't know if it's required.
White sword, though, is a much better item for it. But yeah, and that room can drop in 1. It's a 145 room. So, it's reasonable to clear it. It's also reasonable to skip. There's our map of 1.
And we found level 6.
Meanwhile, that's level 6. Immediate staircase.
We're still missing levels 3, 7, and... Did we find 5?
I don't think we've seen 5. Six, of course, has a transport to it, and Latebit's not going to take it. This is another big dungeon with a lot of things that you can still do, but, we'll see if the enemy set's any better. Depending on the enemy stat, I may or may not stay here.
Yeah, for me, 6 is one of those ones that you're always on the fence about. Same with 5. Big enough that you don't want to invest too much time, but it's always so tempting.
Well, and 6 can be your biggest dungeon. I've definitely seen 6s bigger than their corresponding 9s, so it can be a huge time sink. They just don't have the transports that 9 does, so it's not quite as bad.
Let's just hope they remember that the magic boomerang is the item in here.
Yeah, and actually that's a reason not to be in here. You might as well come back here when you're, is armed to the teeth. Yeah, in fact, I had forgotten that the magic boomerang was in here. There's no way I'm digging this dungeon right now with that being the item. Because the Triforce doesn't gain you anything. I mean, maybe you find the container heart so you get mags a little sooner, but that's about it. That's about the only thing you're gaining here.
And Califax gets Y-forced.
Yeah, there's that container heart. Do we see the floor item in 1 yet?
We did not.
Alright, so yeah, Califax going right back in for that floor item.
Again, 1 being small enough, it's worth the dig, almost every time. Just watch, you'll be the banana.
Okay, so 8 has a wand, which is a really nice item to pick up, but not a required one. Red ring proving its worth there in that patch room. Like, even this room that Califax just went through with the key in the Triforce room, just the fact that he can just walk around it and not even think about having to pick it up. Like, that right there is like a 5 or 6 second time save or so.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, we're gonna try other rooms before we deal with Blue Lionels. I don't blame him for hoping that he can find an easier room.
Especially being on green tunic. Okay.
Then the other
Lionels,
option is
forehead
Gliak.
Gliak.
Okay. The forehead Gliak wouldn't be... Yeah, that's a nasty one, especially given it's in an NSU room. If he had gotten that red ring out of 2, I'd probably say the Gliak.
Yeah, but utilizing bombs wisely.
Although without a ladder.
Oh,
grab that clock. Oh, no. Okay, latebit does get the Triforce out of 6. He does not have to go back in because he knows the magic boomerangs here is just going to leave it.
And I did forget to mark the Triforce in 1 for Califax.
Yeah, no worries. We're doing double duty here. If I see something missing, I'll just mark it myself. But and of course, candle shop under a burn bush is always fun. Califax does not have the recorder, but just gotten the hint to where it is. I think he saw it though.
I think he did.
If he didn't, he now knows where to look for it. Gonna get some money taken away.
Stupid old woman taking money.
I know, right? Latebit's gonna lose some money too. We're gonna do our start area. Gonna find level 5. Latebit's gonna find a heart from a take any.
That's right, level 5 in Candle Row. I believe Latebit's coming upon it right now.
No, this is
3 also in Candle Row.
Nice, okay. Any key versus any key in white sword versus red ring.
Ooh, that's tough. Tracy, are you team offense or team defense?
Oh, 100% team defense. I've done a lot more wood sword red ring kills than anything without a ring. In terms of Ganon, give me that red ring every time.
All right, Triforce pickup in 5.
Yeah, Califax gonna have to decide whether or not to come back here. Knows where either knows exactly where their quarter is, or at least has a pretty good idea of where it is. So should be able to come back.
Yep.
Yeah, was it near?
Mistake. Yeah,
that's technically Deadwoods. Yeah, that's okay. It was the potion shop. Ooh, silver arrows for latebit in 3. So one less thing he has to worry about buying.
That is fantastic.
Now, I don't imagine Califax is going to miss those, considering it's in level 3 and latebit's only done 4 rooms, so it should be easy to get there. But you never know. Latebit, meanwhile, has 5 keys, having gone through 6 and 8. It's a compass, maybe. Might be able to just go straight up. We'll see if we get a map anywhere. So Califax wants to go back to the grave?
Hopefully he finds a heart container along the way. That way he can just forget about 3, never come back, and be one step closer to Magic Sword.
Alright, gets another key out of that room. And had to kill it anyway. I would not bother with this Petra.
No,
you have red ring, just take the damage, go around. Looks like I think Califax is going for that recorder. Heading this way. Wants to do some checks on the way, perhaps, that he missed earlier.
And Triforce out of 3 for late bit.
This is the wrong direction for that recorder, though. I'm not sure what else was... I don't think there was much else up here other than this any road. I guess there's a couple Oh, he maybe didn't do the very far spots in the northwest corner. So I don't think he did see the recorder now that I think about it, because this is kind of where you think about when you think about Death Mountain. But of course, you know, there's east and west, and there's that area in between. Another take any heart for late bit. Now I gotta ask you, you were in this tournament, correct?
I was not. I was not sure what my schedule was going to be like, so I didn't sign up.
Okay, well, maybe next year. But you are a newer player, correct?
I've actually been playing for a couple of years now. I've just never raced.
Okay.
I'm a perpetual lurker.
Nothing wrong with that. I was going to ask just because I'm trying to get the mentality of the newer player, right? So of the person in this tournament in particular, in terms of because the magic sword is always at 10 hearts. You know, how much do you prioritize looking for those hearts on the floor? Which is, maybe a little more than, say, in a more veteran tournament, where, for one thing, your magic sword could be 14 hearts anyway. And for another, you're a little more used to that wood sword. So I'm just, wondering what your perspective was on that.
For me, I'll go 1, maybe 2 rooms out of my way.
Okay.
As I'm clearing the dungeons. Beyond that, if I am done all the dungeons and I'm like 1 heart away, then yeah, I'll dip into one of the earlier ones.
Oh my gosh, this transport is so bad. Okay, so late bit finds level 7. Still hasn't gotten his Armos item. I can't emphasize that enough. How much I dislike not going for that Armos item. Does have 4 keys. But you wouldn't have to pick up any keys, because he would have the any key if he had gotten his Armos item. Especially, and let me add to that the fact that it's not Heart Shuffle. Because if it is Heart Shuffle, then there's like more than a 50% chance it's going to be just a heart. But in not Heart Shuffle, probably going to be something good.
Exactly. It could have been White Sword. It could have been Wand. Heck, even the red candle would be to his benefit. Oh,
a red candle under the Armos before you buy or skip a heart for a blue is a beautiful thing. Califax finds level 8. A little disappointed that he didn't go back into 2 with that any key, since keys are an issue in that dungeon.
Yep.
And it would get him the red ring. Of course, he doesn't know that it'll get him the red ring, but it's such a 2 being a smaller dungeon.
And it's just 1 room away.
I know, right? But he doesn't know that. Oh, there's a useless bait block.
No breakfast for you.
I mean, was it late bit that bought the bait? I would actually just get it out of my inventory there.
That is true. You don't want to have to press select any more times than you need to.
The classic you are here hint, as Guria grumbles close to start.
Now, what do you think of this 7? That is a really small 7.
That is a tiny 7. I think I'm hoping that this patcher is hiding my item.
So we saw that 8 was pretty large. That means that 6 is pretty large too.
No, 7, 8, and 9 are on their own grid.
Oh, that's
right. So
7,
1
8,
through
9.
6, yeah, 1 through 6 are on a grid, where each dungeon has to be greater than or equal to its previous dungeon, with a weird exception that deals with transports and staircases, because those rooms count as well. And then same thing with 7, 8, and 9. In fact, level 8 has a raft. Oh, ladder in 7 for late bit. That's really big. Granted, we haven't found an actual ladder block, but having the ladder better than not having the ladder. That raft, Out of 8, though, let's see. We found 3, we found 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think we're missing any more dungeons.
No, we have found them all.
So that ladder's not going to do it. Sorry, that raft is not going to do anything for us.
And Tracy, I'd just like to thank you for calling me out on my crap. Obviously, you are much more skilled at this game than I am, so thank you for correcting me.
No, don't worry about it. And there's a lot of people a lot smarter than I am on this game, and we're working on this actual skill part. Califax finds his map to the massive 8. Looking at this 7 and looking at this 8, I would feel better. You know, if I saw 7 before I saw 8, I'd be worrying about the chunk of 9.
Mm-hmm.
But now 9 is probably going to be about a normal sized dungeon, because that 8 is very big.
Yes, it is.
No feat of strength, so we don't care about the power bracelet either. Again, the same caveat applies, you know, take any's can be under the power bracelet spots, the letter. At least those are the things that we don't have at the moment that could be in there that are nice.
And I believe both of our runners have seen mags in the forest.
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
Oh, for a second I was hoping we'd see potion prices, but I don't think either runner has the letter yet.
Yeah, we have not seen the letter. There's your floor heart container for late bit. Now, if I'm late bit, once I get to 9 hearts, I'm going back, grabbing that coast heart, and I'm gonna pick up my magic sword at that point. But yeah, I mean, this lead that late bit is building up, a large part of it, honestly, I think is just he went and he did a little bit more too. Opened that key door, got the red ring, and is just kind of off to the races. He's gonna get his henny key pretty late. We'll get it here soon because he's in the right vicinity, and then it's gonna go into 1, and we'll probably get that white sword, and he'll have the white sword for like a minute. Because if he gets hearts here and in 1, the heart in 1 I don't think was hard to find. I don't remember if we saw the heart in 5. He's gonna be able to go get that heart on the coast. In fact, if he can world wrap, it'd be a really nice play for him after 1 to world wrap to the coast heart into the magic sword.
So Califax, 37 minutes in, finally gets a 5th heart.
Yeah.
Being on green tunic.
It never feels good.
No.
Well, he's in a good place he's gonna get his silver arrows here. And I don't think I don't think he bought his wood arrows, so.
He did not.
So he's gonna save money on that. At this point, let's see. There's an item there's an item still yet in 1. Let's see. 2's red ring, 3 is the silver arrows. We have not seen the item in 4 or 5. 6 is the magic boomerang. So now we're just looking for that bow. Wand we know is in 8, though we didn't see it. Raft in 8, so we're down to 1 or 5, or 1, 4, or 5 for that bow. I wonder if Califax will think to go back into 1 for the bow. Late bit is going to be better suited, I think, to full clear for the bow in 1 if that's where it is.
Now, I remember there was one dungeon that we were ladder blocked. Was that one?
Well, 2 had a ladder block, but there was nothing behind it.
Okay, I thought whoever the yogi level was.
Yeah, I think that was 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, I think we're okay on ladder blocks for now, but you always rather have it than not have it, because... Okay, a blue left mole here. I don't care what your ring status is, this is a tough room.
No, I would be hiding in that right doorway.
Well, and now he's got it down to 1, so we can go back in and see if there's anything here. Just a bomb pack.
But hey, maybe it's that bomb pack that gets him to the item room.
Oh, we didn't see the map. Look at this map.
And that is a Super Mario 3 airship.
Okay, I can see that. It'd be really nice if Califax get a heart drop, but of course the second one's the one that really matters, because these Gyptos will still do 2 hearts of damage. Okay, now here's a ladder block. I don't know if we saw this room on Califax's side. Whether it matters or not, we don't know. If the item is up here and is the bow, then it matters. If it's literally anything else, we kind of don't care. Because we know we don't need a power bracelet, we know we don't need the raft. Of course, we also know the raft's not here.
The book would still be nice.
Oh yeah, I would absolutely take a book here, but do we need it? No, of course not.
No. Not these runners. They are way too experienced to need that.
I mean, it's the Rookie Rumble. None of these runners are experienced. Some of them have done really well. I'm not gonna take that away, but the whole point of the Rookie Rumble is to have the non-experienced players, so they wouldn't be allowed in if they were super experienced. Of course, you can be new and be very good, and you can be experienced and be very bad. So
that is true.
And Califax has been on 1 heart for a while now.
And they are supposedly ladder block. Let's see if there's a workaround. Up an A instead.
Latebit got that Triforce out of 3 without the ladder, so there is a way around.
No block. And Latebit's still searching for that elusive item in 5.
Well, that could be it, and if it is, then we don't care about it.
And Latebit picks up the 9th heart. I'm sure that pretty soon we'll see a run for the coast. And
yeah, I wonder if he'll prioritize that magic sword, or do some more exploration first.
I don't know, being on pointy stick, I would ask for any kind of offensive upgrade. But again, maybe that's just the rookie in me talking.
Well, it's just such a... Like, I've never been in this situation where 10 hearts guarantees me my magic sword, right? So it's hard for me to relate when... Because I'm certainly not going to go run off to the coast, grab that heart for 10, if I don't know for sure that magic sword is going to be pick-upable. Latebit. I think he's going to... Yeah.
5.
Yeah, he might be giving up on this, because if it is that, the best candidate for the push block was the Goma room. And the Goma room can't have the bow, so... Now, Latebit does have the recorder, so what he could do, having just picked up that Triforce out of 5, is he could go get that, that magic sword and then recorder back to 5 and be, pick up right where he left off.
Absolutely.
Still not getting his Armos item.
So Tracy, I don't know if you saw this, but in level 5, on the west side of the gun, there was actually a segment. So that Goma could be the item, it could be a segment. But it could lead to the segment, and then the segment, if the segment has your bow. Well, it was just a one-off room, so that won't happen.
Oh, okay, then it wouldn't happen, you're right. I did not see the little... I think I'm thinking of, was it 6 that had the big segment? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Go ahead and switch this up a little bit. Now, Latebit's gonna get that white sword, which, could delay his picking up magic sword, because, white sword is pretty good. But I imagine he won't have that white sword for very long.
No, we saw a hint purchase for the raft Aquamentus with the bow. That is big.
Oh, well, it may not be that big. Like, this is interesting. I don't think Latebit maybe doesn't even get that any key. Which, he's got 5 keys, so he's probably okay. But he is going to be it is going to slow him down as he'll be clearing more rooms for keys. Now, on the other hand, he's built up a pretty good lead. And the reason I say all this is I don't think 8bit's leaving one without both items.
Oh, absolutely not. And there's no reason to. There's not going to be any ladder block, has plenty of bombs, has a whole cache of keys, and we see a blue ring pickup for Califax.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate because we know the red ring is so easily accessible for him right now. This could be the bow room right here. Nope, just a key.
No, I think so. We saw all of that side get cleared. It's the other side that
oh,
we
okay.
didn't see.
I thought it was this side we didn't see, but because the white sword was almost immediately in.
Califax back into 2. It's going to go one room to the right.
He's going to get that red ring immediately.
Instantly regret that purchase.
Yeah. It's a tough one. I mean, you don't regret getting the red ring, but it kind of feels bad when you get it that soon afterwards. This room can drop in 1. This is the only dungeon this room can drop in. 8bit gets his 10th heart. Doesn't even need to do the world wrap to get the heart to get to Magic Sword anymore. And just go pick it up if he wants it, which he will.
And he also gets White
yeah,
Horse.
I think that was the issue, was the White Horse, and there's 2 rooms left. He's going back in. I think I would too here. He has not seen the hints though, so doesn't know that this is going to be his bow. Califax, meanwhile, takes the transport in level 2. He's going to find his Triforce, and if he goes one room to the... If he were to have gone one room to the left, I believe that was where the heart container was, but... Hopefully he gets heart containers elsewhere to get the Magic Sword. Now, if I'm Califax with that bow hint, I might just go back to 1. Just go get my bow.
Oh, absolutely. It is never a bad thing when you have bunnies in the dungeons to have a bow.
Oh, this was the issue. It was the blue Lionels had gotten him. He didn't go back and clear this room. And then there was the Gliok in the NSU room.
That's right.
That's what it was. And that's it right there. It's in the blue Lionel room. Oh, that's so unfortunate for Califax.
And that blended in pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, the bow will do that. And a blast from the past on the Jetsons theme there.
Lucy, are you even old enough to know about the Jetsons?
Oh yeah. You have just taken off multiple, probably decades of my life with that statement.
I just assumed you were much younger.
Nope. Yeah, chat saying it's a blast from the future because the Jetsons are in the future. That's a good one. This is where the ladder block was.
Oh yeah.
We did have a ladder block. It's right here in level 4. Meanwhile, Califax in level 7 will get a ladder if he stays in this dungeon.
Oh yes, the unfortunate Goma room. Not Goma.
Patra.
Patra.
I mean, they kind of rhyme.
I can word.
They kind of rhyme. This Patra is much easier for Califax with that white sword and red ring. Actually, 8bit had the red ring, didn't have the white sword. Had to do it on a wood sword. 8bit quietly at 9 keys.
Yeah, and 8bit realizes, doesn't know what the item is, but doesn't really care. Grabs a Triforce out of 4.
I mean, the best he could get out of here is a book.
Yeah.
So, but it also could be wooden boomerang.
No, he still hasn't seen Armos. It could have been any.
That's true. For
But
him,
with
it could be
9
the any key.
keys-
I mean, he's
With
got yeah.
9 keys, you're not going to search for it.
No. But even at 9 keys, I feel better with. Now we don't have muggers in this tournament. So you don't have the mugger asking for the 4 keys where that any key is like gold. But 9 keys should be enough. But 9 can do weird things with keys. Meanwhile, Latebit's gonna go ahead and do 8. A little surprised he's not gonna. This was a Wizrobe dungeon. A little surprised he doesn't go get that magic sword before coming here. Because those silver arrows are great against a lot of things, but Wizrobes are not one of them. Califax up to 7 hearts.
And try out of 7 for Califax. It is now 4 to 7.
We could get totally turned around in this 8, this dungeon being very, very large.
Oh, absolutely. And then 9 can always do 9 things.
Yep. At this point, if you're rooting for Califax, that's basically what you need to happen. And when I say, with the caveat that 9 has to do 9 things to latebit, but Califax needs to find a path quicker, which can happen. Like,
oh yeah,
deficits can be erased. God, if he only had Magic Sword, you could kill the virus in particular with 1 shot. Virus being one of the most annoying enemies in the game.
And with Magic Sword being so close to start, you gotta think that whatever time it takes to walk those, 4 screens, would easily be offset by the combat advantage.
He wasn't that far away from it when he was over at level 4. So he could have easily gone and gotten it. And yeah, magic, yeah, again, because we know we can pick it up at 10 hearts, I would just go and get it. If this were the 10 to 14, I'm not checking magic. I'm not going out of my way to check Magic Sword at 10 hearts because it's only a 20% chance of picking up.
No.
Knowing, going back into 4 without it, I think is fine because it was a relatively easy enemy set. But if I'm going into a Wizrobe dungeon, like if I know 9 isn't gonna have Wizrobes, my priority on Magic Sword goes way down. Which usually means my Wizrobes are on the overworld, because there aren't a lot of ways you can tell. Unless, if you've actually managed to count that you've already seen 5 Wizrobe dungeons.
Yeah, remember, Tracy, I can't count.
Yeah, counting's hard. Counting is hard.
I can count that. That was 1. A nice strike for Latebit.
Yeah, it's always nice when you manage to get one of those manhandlers in the 1 bomb shot. Latebit doing a nice job double checking. There aren't any wall masters there. He wanted that to push.
No, I don't think we've seen any wall masters so far.
Yeah, they're hiding somewhere.
And I don't think we've seen very many ropes either, so wall masters and ropes in 9?
Could be. Which means whatever there was, every enemy set needs to be in at least 2 dungeons. There's the Triforce at a level 3 for Califax, so he's done there. Unfortunately, got the Triad of 7, but didn't get the ladder.
Yeah, he's going back in. I don't remember the ladder being that deep. And unfortunately, I think this is just another one of those things that's going to come back and haunt Califax. He was 1 room away from Red Ring pretty much the entire game.
Yep.
Only a few rooms away from the ladder.
And it kind of goes for Califax, that death at the Death Armo screen, he saw the any key and was unable to pick it up. Because if he goes into 2 with the any key, I guarantee you he gets that Red Ring.
Oh, he has the Red Ring now.
Oh yeah, but he would have had that red. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I mean he would have had that Red Ring you know,
ages ago.
Yeah, like 40 minutes ago. Another spot where, boy, would you really like to have that magic sword.
Now, Califax has seen the hint about the boomerang.
Yep. There's also choosing to dig level 6 now instead of waiting. This is not a good room for latebit.
No.
Triforce
room with Wizzies.
Yeah.
It's death.
Yeah, no potions. We have not gotten the letter. Or taken a potion out of it, take any, so.
And of course, the thing that makes it better, bubbles.
Go get your sword.
You're so
Go
close.
get yours. So it's just right there.
Just up an A.
I think he would have had a shot. Well, he would have had a shot at that room because he would have finished other rooms faster. Probably would have had more health.
Yep.
And of course, would have had the extra, the extra firepower. There's the 11th heart. Also, I love how the blue moblins take on the color palette of the dungeon and those bright pink moblins on the black floor.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of cool. I think the Triforce is right here for Cal. Maybe not. That was a different dungeon.
Now, just a reminder, latebit is an 8. That is literally 3 screens away from Mags.
Yep. I think that was this room right here. I believe was the bomb upgrade. So just so y'all know, you will never have to buy a bomb upgrade to move up. So that wall will never bomb. The only old man rooms that'll do that would be a mugger room, which we won't see in this tournament, or a bait room, which is technically not an old man room, but.
And we've already seen that bait block, which was
completely useless. Completely useless.
Speaking of useless, Califax turns down the blue boomer.
Yeah, doesn't need it. Boomerangs can have some nice uses, especially early on. The later you pick one up, the less useful it is.
Yeah, 56, 57 minutes in, nobody's picking up either boomerang.
Latebit's
not even to kill these gels.
Yeah, Latebit's is fast going through every single room of this level 8. Fortunately, it does have a pretty good amount of money to use these silver arrows.
That's right. It's really surprising that we've not even seen the compass yet. So he hasn't stumbled across the Triforce, no compass. Heck, he hasn't even seen the wand yet.
I'm trying to remember which one of them actually saw the raft, because I'm not sure if it was latebit or Califax that saw the raft.
I believe they both saw it.
Okay. Both having gotten the sail knot hint, neither one of them picked it up.
Very nasty room.
Oh gosh, did we not see the map in 6? Look at this. And oh, by the way, our Triforce's ladder blocked in 6. That's too bad for Califax. He needs to go back into 7 to get that ladder before we can get the Triforce out of 6. Oh my god, like this room right here, this could be your Triforce room, and
yep.
Okay, or it's right below it. That's much better.
Alright, and with that, latebit is Triforce is in total go mode.
See if he goes and picks up the magic sword before going into level 9. Now, level 9 might not have Wizrobe, so it might not be as bad to not have the magic sword, but yeah, it's just... Yeah, I don't... The organizers of this... Okay, wait, no, he just reported up to... Anyway, the organizers of this tournament generously gave you a 10-heart magic sword and you're not picking it up.
No, he's going to 6 instead.
Oh.
Alright. Well, you know what? That's okay. And Califax is going to finally get the tutor.
If this is not Wizrobes, then I think he'll be... I mean, he did okay and did fine in level 8 with the Wizrobes, except in the one room that was just super nasty. I'm a little more concerned by the kind of the combination of only the white sword without we have no potion. So if this is a Wizrobe dungeon, that could be problematic. Northeast of Skull, so we need to go somehow get up to the northeast. Hopefully we get a map. And it is a Wizrobe dungeon. Ugh, see, this is why you grab Magic Sword if you can.
Latebit, go back to Spectacle Rock. Take the any roads. That'll take you so close to max.
I know, right? Now, in a situation where I'm not guaranteed Magic Sword, I do make at least one try for it. In this case, it would be on 12 hearts with that coast item as close as it is. And then I move on. You know?
Exactly.
It's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. But knowing that it's 10, I don't Oh my god, this 9 is dumb.
And it's segmented.
It has got the little one-off room segment, which, the only thing that could be there is the compass. Literally can't be anything else. You can't have a transport to Zelda's room. You can't have a transport to Ganon's room.
So, speaking of 9, Tracy, what are we looking for in this level 9?
Unfortunately, we're not looking for silvers, but hopefully, we're going to hear Ganon in one room, orthogonally adjacent, and we'll hear his roar because he's noisy. And we're going to look for that door that doesn't open when we kill all the enemies, or if Ganon's already dead, it will automatically pop open. And there's that one-off segment. And another enemy, in this case, you do have silver arrows. Go ahead and use those silver arrows to kill the Vyres. They will drop you bombs. You want to kill the Vyres straight up and not split them. Another enemy that Magic Sword would help you out with. With 201 rupees, at least those guys you can kill with the silvers.
Oh, absolutely.
And, Latebit is down to 1 bomb. And maybe if you use silvers here. Oh gosh, use your silvers, dude. It also means they won't respawn as quickly, but more importantly, they'll drop bombs. Now your bomb droppers in here are Vyres and red Wizrobes.
Oh yeah.
We do hear a roar of Ganon, so we might be able to, hopefully he's in the shutter room because we only have 1 bomb to look elsewhere. And unfortunately, he's not. But maybe these Wizrobes will hook us up.
That's right. The red Wizrobes can drop bombs, but
they
don't.
can, but they aren't.
Jerks.
Okay, well, if he thinks to use silvers on the Vyres going back... Okay, does find the bomb... Oh, lucky.
Oh, lucky bomb.
Lucky.
Hole.
And there's 2 shutter doors here. This is the one time that you can have multiple shutter doors and have one go to Zelda. Is when it's from Ganon's room. If we were... Otherwise, it's got to be a single shutter door. Meanwhile, Califax back into 5.
Unfortunately, he does not know that's gonna net nothing good.
Yeah,
but we
he
do
may
have bacon for Latebit.
Yeah, he's thinking this is the item, and it's a good chance it is, or at least gets him to the item. And it's a reasonable place to look because he didn't get that ladder out of 7.
Transport. Womp womp. And it takes it to the end of the barrel of that airship. Unfortunately, he does not realize that this will not bomb anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, we did not get a hint for the ladder, which we know is in 7 from Latebit's side.
To me, there's nothing quite as aggravating as having to wait for all the wall masters to spawn.
Oh yeah, I can't disagree with you. It's definitely not the more fun thing. Use silvers. There we go. There we go.
All
See, 2 bomb drops. Let's go.
Imagine that. Almost as if they're in the bomb drop group.
Yeah. Zelda's room, but she's not home.
Nope, she took a nap in the library.
We have not gotten any hints for Zelda or the compass.
Califax is still searching in 5 for that elusive item.
It at least has the map now. This does bomb down. I thought maybe he might go for a transport if it didn't. The same goes here, which this is a transport. See if you can clip around this. Has to do a reverse clip to do this one. He's gonna be able to get around it with the bomb hole.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, neither one of those. Well, obviously, there's 2 of them, so neither one was gonna pop as Zelda's room. There we are. There she is.
All right, everyone, get your GGs out for latebit, winner of Game 2 and the series.
And finishing with an official race time of 1:06:08. GG's to latebit, moving on to the next round.
That was an exciting finish. I'm really looking forward to getting latebit here in the booth with us. We'll be joining momentarily. latebit, GG's.
GG's.
Thanks. If I could have done the last 20 minutes of this seed over again, I definitely would. Jeez.
So, great run. I only have 2 issues. You never got the Armos item, which was the any key, which late was fine, because you accumulated lots and lots and lots of keys. But that could have helped you out early. And then, why not pick up Magic Sword before going into level 8 and all the Wiz Robes?
Yeah, I felt bad after that Y-Force in 1 and having to go back in for that bow, so I was like, oh, I got to make up time for that, because that's a good minute and a half getting back to that bow, and against somebody as good as Califax, you can't do that. So
Yeah,
I was just like, I had to go.
I mean, that's fair, but that I think the Magic Sword might have saved you more time, especially given that you knew Wiz Robes were an 8. Just food for thought. The other suggestion I would have is when you don't have Magic Sword, and you finally started to do that, use those silvers on those Vires. It was funny when you did, they just dropped bombs. Like, you were at 0 bombs, and then suddenly you were at 8. It was great.
Yeah, once I hit 0, I was like, wait a minute, I'm probably going to need some of these. And then, of course, Vires showed up to save the day. They always do. They're my friends.
Yeah, and of course, the any key is maybe the biggest factor for Califax. Having seen it and not been able to get it the first time, missed the red ring in 2. And that just set you back. But GG's Califax.
It did, yeah. I was pretty sure I had lost this race 30 minutes in from all my early deaths, and then I saw that red ring in 2, and I was like, yep, I have no chance.
Yeah, that was a rough situation for you.
Yeah, I died on that Death Armos, and if I didn't die there, I would have gotten that red ring the first time
for sure.
too, and I would have had it forever. And then just to add insult to injury, I finally picked it up literally 20 seconds after I bought a Blu-ray.
Yep. Yeah, that was definitely a feels bad moment because we knew it was coming.
Yep.
But yeah,
When I see the ladder was in fact in 7. That's
it
where I
was in
going
fact
next.
in 7. So yeah, that did we ever? Yeah, I don't think we ever found the item out of 5. Like at
Never
this
found
point,
it out of 5 or 4.
I
Yeah, so
found
one-
I just found the red candle in 5. In the
Okay,
last,
so that means
possible room.
the power bracelet had to be in 4, I think, and then booking red candle in 9. So there you go. There's your tracker.
Yeah, I had a hint for the PB in 4, so it's there.
Okay.
Oh, that must have been in a dungeon. I didn't see that hint.
Yeah, we missed it too. So. But yeah, sometimes the dungeon hints are better than the ones you pay for, honestly.
Yeah. I had 4 marked down as probably ladder block, so I assumed
Mhm.
it wasn't. I assumed the ladder wasn't going to be
Right.
in there.
Yeah, 4 was ladder blocked. You're correct.
And 7 was literally the last spot I had left to check.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that just went very poorly all around. I died so many times early, and then I was getting tilted, which was making me die early more.
Yep.
And then
that's
everything
natural.
I found, just like I was in the bow room in 1 and died there originally, like as I was trying to touch a clock.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was that was
And I was like, well, whatever. I know it's here. I'll come back for it later.
Mm-hmm.
And there was just so many dungeons I had to go back to later because I was just dying so much. Which, if I had that red ring in 2 early on, it would have changed everything.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, that was a kind of our assessment as well. That because like 2 was also Lionel. So if you had stuck it out in 2, you could have gotten enough keys to get to that red ring. And knowing where the any key is, I think maybe you're a little more willing to spend those keys. But you know, when you walk in and there's a bunch of Lionels, that's tough. That's not easy to deal with.
I ended up spending all of my keys in 4, knowing that the any key was available.
Yep.
So I don't remember if I was in 4 before I was in 2. But I may not have had any keys yet. I definitely did. I would have checked that room in the beginning if I had any keys for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, 2 was the first one I found, and I was stubborn and didn't want to lead after the Triforce, so I went back in and used the key and got the red ring. And that, early deaths is something that will just make you spiral every time. So having that right out of the gate, that felt really good.
Yeah, and that 2 is dumb too, because I know latebit in your case, you went all the way up to the ladder block, and then took the transport, which had the Triforce and I believe the heart container as well. And then it's like, well, you might as well try the key and see if the item's there. And then it was just the red ring just sitting there. It's just dumb too. But you take it. You take that red ring and you say, "Yay me!" And I have a red ring, and you move on.
Still no real firepower, but I can take a beating now.
Yeah, exactly. Now, latebit, you did this tournament last year.
Correct.
If I recall, you got a little few rounds into the brackets, because I remember calling it several Link to the Past versus Link to the Past people. Usually me and Rick. Can you compare your experiences in last year's tournament to this one?
Yeah, I did not make it out of the first round of brackets last year, unfortunately, but I did take the 1 seed, Pedantic Potato, to 3 games, so that for that being my first quote unquote real Z1R experience, I was pretty happy with that, and I think I've gotten quite a bit better. Obviously, there's always room for improvement, no matter who you are, but I'm feeling pretty good right now, so looking forward to taking on Rat Boy next.
Yeah, I'd say I definitely, because I watched you play last year too, and I definitely saw the improvement. I just still think you should prioritize Armos a little more. But at that, and like the magic sword thing, it's just to me, it's just so weird that y'all can just pick it up on 10 hearts. Last year it wasn't 10 hearts, it was whatever it was, right? So, I wouldn't go out of my way until, I might go out of my way at one point, but yeah, it's a different way of thinking, right? Yeah, I definitely see the improvement, so I think that's really cool. Califax, this is going to be the end to your Rookie Rumble.
Yep.
What do you have to say about what are your parting thoughts, as it were?
I'm definitely a little disappointed in my performance last night, especially tonight, though. And I was really hoping to keep it close and hopefully go to game 3, but oh well.
Yeah, and we'll never know what would have happened with that red ring. But,
Yeah, I'm actually tempted to completely wipe everything and replay the seed right now.
Nothing wrong with that.
Just to see.
Yeah, I mean, it won't tell you everything you need to know because, like, you know some of the things, but...
Yeah, no, I know. I'm very bad at remembering a lot of things.
Well, maybe, yeah, wait.
I remember. I certainly would remember where the red ring is, I'll tell you that much.
Maybe wait a couple of days and get that red ring and then move on from there because then you won't remember quite as much, but yeah.
And I swear I cannot find the Armos item until the last Armos check every single time. Every
that's the
time.
rule. It's the rule, right? It's always the last Armos item.
Unbelievable. And it wasn't even a hard Armos screen too that I just died on, but
well, you were on half a heart.
I was on half a heart was the problem, but I also
Yeah.
got greedy and pushed all 3 of them because I wanted to make sure I at least saw what the item was.
Yep, that's fair. Yep. Yeah, half a heart. I don't care what the screen is. It's rough.
Yeah.
So, all right. Anything else either one of you wants to add before we go ahead and close this out?
No, just thanks for putting this on air and the streaming, tracking, all that. I don't even know if you guys did. You guys have tracker tonight?
We didn't actually. Proc was doing double duty. Oh, GG's to him, and yeah, because tracking is hard, especially in this game.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So just thanks for putting it on, and good luck to you, latebit, against Rat Boy. You're gonna need it.
Certainly GG's. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, from what I've seen, I think you'll give him a run for his money. So good luck to you in that next round, and Califax, good luck to you in your future tournaments. Hopefully we'll see you again.
Yep, I'll be around.
That is otherwise going to do it for us. This is the last race of the evening. There are 3 races on the schedule that I see tomorrow. The first one being a game 3. I assume it is happening because I don't see that. Maybe they played earlier today. I'm not sure. Assuming that there is this game 3, Custom versus Cracker Zack 71. That'll be at 8:30. Game 2 of the Pirate Sheep versus Glitch Wraith. That is at 9 o'clock at the same time as if there is a game 3 between Ultra Lavos and VTorp. I was watching the end of that and they were in 9 when I last looked, but I don't know who won. And I wouldn't spoil it here anyway. That'll also be at 9 o'clock if it is to happen. So lots of stuff on the schedule as we move on. But Proc, it was a pleasure doing commentary with you, and especially thank you for also doing that tracking.
Not a problem. It was my pleasure, Tracy.
All right, and that is going to do it for us. Make sure you tune in to those races tomorrow, and we'll see you there.